Hey everybody, welcome back to AJ's Personal Touch. I'm Anjanette. Welcome back to my subscribers. Welcome into anybody new. I do have to apologize. This is my new series. I'm still going to get it out to you on Monday, but I kind of wanted to get it taped. Still don't like that. Sometimes it glare. Anyway, I have thought that I would tape on Sunday to get them out first thing on Monday, so you guys would have them during the day on Monday, but it didn't happen today. For those of you who watch me on a regular basis, you know I've been sick since January. I did get medications, new medication to try, which is supposed to be a really strong one. Levofloxacin, it looks like, and it says all over, may cause dizziness. So I waited because I don't want to be dizzy while I'm doing this. So actually, self-massage can cause dizziness, and that's because it's helping to release and get rid of some of the toxins that are built up in your muscles. So, yeah, I don't want to do something that's going to make me dizzy when there's always that. Although I'm not going to give myself a true full self massage, I'm going to show you how to do it. And yeah, so let's get started. Last week I told you about stretching and gave like a basic intro into what I wanted to do, and that for self-care, for massage, or not massage, for crocheters and knitters, it's really important to do stretching. And I gave you a couple different stretching exercises. Now, today I want to talk to you about some common conditions that can happen for crocheters and knitters. And these are common repetitive strain injuries. And they're caused because we're doing the same repetitive motion over and over. Now, where these may happen may be different from one crocheter to the next, because one person may have a knife hold while another one has a pencil hold. It all depends on how your muscles are being worked over and over. So, there are 4 common repetitive strain injuries that can happen with crocheters and knitters. And I'm sure there's probably a couple more that aren't on this list, but these are the 4 most common. The first one is headaches, and headaches can also be migraines. So I have a condition with my cervical neck, my cervical spine. So I have to make sure that I do stretch, not just for when I'm crocheting, but that I'm also in a very comfortable position. So I have to be all the way back on this couch. I have a cushion that I sit on. Right now I have an air cushion that I got while I was in the hospital and it's covered. My friend made me a cushion that she makes for people who are in wheelchairs because it's nice and big and fluffy. It's made out of, I think the blanket yarn. I mean, it's really nice and thick. If not the parfait yarn, but you understand. And she actually made me 2 of them because the one wasn't thick enough. The only thing is that I find myself having to adjust them all the time, you know, which is fine because it helps me sit and be comfortable. When we get this room rearranged and bring the other chair up here, my husband has a recliner, and we have another recliner in the back room that we're going to bring up here for me and get rid of our love seat, put it over there because we think it will do better for me to sit in the recliner. So, okay. The second one is your neck or upper back. It can cause neck or upper back pain. And if you already have issues, then you really need to. Sorry, the cat knocked over my meds. She does that all the time with her tail. She has a very strong tail. Anyway, neck or upper back pain and issues because you're always looking down, you know, and we may hunch over while we're working or whatever. I sit back, but even though I sit back, and I sit up against this. And sometimes that ball that I showed you, if I can find it here, I think I put it back. Yes. Sometimes I take this ball and I put it behind my back. If I'm not sitting on it for my piriformis, I need it to help loosen some of my back muscles sometimes because I have low back issues, and I put it right there. I can sit against that and I can sit up nice and comfortable. Other times I will turn and I'll sit against the arm of the couch, put my legs all the way up on the couch so that way I'm sitting up. So, Kahlua, honey, I can't pet you the whole time this time. I'm sorry, baby girl. She thinks I'm getting ready to crochet and that she can sit next to me. The third is hand and or wrist pain. I've got written down pain on here, but like I said, there are also common strain injuries that you can strain the areas, and straining the areas, I guess, causes the pain. So, not I guess. Straining the area does cause a lot of pain, but you can get pain before you actually strain the area too, which is why I'm doing this to show you how to do self-care and self-wellness so that hopefully you never end up with a sprain, strain injury and you don't end up having to have surgery. Now, I did have to have surgery. I had the next one, tendonitis in the elbow. This it says tendonitis in the elbow or the shoulder. I had it over in this elbow. Did I write down the other name for that? No, I did not. Ow! Kahlua. Sorry, she just got me real good with her paw, with her nails. I believe it's tennis elbow because there's tennis elbow and then there's golf elbow. There's tennis from the racket, golf. Yeah, it would be tennis elbow. You need to stop, baby. Now, I ended up getting a really bad case of this, and one way that you know that this is what it is from what the doctor told me is I woke up in the mornings in excruciating pain because the pain comes on when your body has a chance to relax. I mean, you can have pain all throughout the whole entire day. If you wake up from sleeping in really, really bad pain, you should have that condition looked at. Is another thing, if you strain and hurt your tendons and your ligaments, if you don't if you don't do something to help heal them, then depending on the injury that has been done to them, they can trying to think of the word, they can lose all of their functioning and it won't work for you anymore. And I'm trying to think of what that's called, but my brain won't find it right now. I do apologize for that. I wasn't planning on talking about that, so I didn't look up. I have looked up all of this, even though I've learned all of it and I've taught people these things for years. I wanted to make sure that I was spot on with you guys. Put that in a different spot so she can stop knocking it over. What else did I want to tell you about this? I gave you the stretches already. There are preventative things that you can do for this. One is the stretching, like I showed you. Short breaks. Make sure you get up and you walk around. I always I mean, I always have to have bathroom breaks. Everybody needs those. And then I have to get up and get something new to drink. Um, I try to make sure that I get up at least every hour. And if it's something I'm really intent in and I lose all track of time, as soon as I look up, I try to get to an end of a row or whatever it is that I'm doing where I can stop so I can get up and walk around. Sometimes I'll take the bag if I can put the yarn in it and I can crochet while I'm walking around. I know that defeats the purpose with your arms, but it still gets you up and walking and moving. If you just absolutely have to keep working, find a way where you can walk and work. But the best thing to do is just get up, leave it, and do some. This is a stretch I didn't show you. I showed you, I think, both, but you can do the shoulder rolls, one side and then the other. And that is really going to stretch out your traps back here. It's going to help with your SEM on the side of your neck, um, and different things. So I can't believe I forgot all about shoulder roll. At least I think I did. I didn't go back and watch that video after I made it. So, and I just heard a crack right there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That is because of my issues that I have. So it's not something that's going to hurt me when I hear it, but that means that my muscles are tight and I can really use a massage. I have not had a massage in a while. Back when I was massaging, I used to get at least a massage a week. Um, and if I couldn't get one every week, I always at least had two a month. If I had less than two a month, I couldn't function and I couldn't give a good massage to my clients. So I always had to make sure that I got a good massage in order to give a good massage. Um, you want to have good lighting so you don't strain your eyes, because straining your eyes can put you into having headaches or migraines. Uh, Change the project that you're working on. I said this before, like if you're working on something with cotton, that can be really hurt your hands. I mean, for me, I don't get that anymore. I guess it depends on the project because I did have a project not too long ago that had cotton and I was working on it and I would have to stop and go like this with my hands because they were just so tight and hurting. And I probably should have started with self massage for the hands, but I was trying to go in order of the issues on here. But I may skip the neck and upper back and do hands next week. So the other thing, loosen your grip on your hook because you may be holding it too tight. And also ergonomic hooks. I covered that in the last one, I think pretty extensively and told you more than once. If you start using an ergonomic hook, but it bears repeating, start using an ergonomic hook and after you use it, it hurts your hands, don't stop using it. A lot of people will try an ergonomic hook once and say it hurts and they'll never use it again. If you think about it, there's a reason for that hurt. It hurts because you've been misusing your muscles with the smaller hooks. And as soon as you start using an ergonomic hook, it puts your muscles in a better position for working and to not cause these strain injuries. So, therefore, your muscles, you're working different muscles than you work when you use that smaller stick hook, if that's what you're using, or just a smaller hook in general, whatever type of hook that you're using that's not ergonomic. Most of the time, it's either the metal ones, plastic, or maybe a straight wooden one. I have some different ergonomic hooks. Let me know below if you want me to show my hooks sometimes. They're just basic. I have furls. I have Susan Bates ergonomic hooks. I have some Prim hooks. I have some Lither Co hooks. What else do I have that is ergonomic? I have the light up hooks. Those are ergonomic, even though they're plastic handles. Uh, as far as the furls, I have Odyssey and the Streamline, and I have some Omni. I have two Omni hooks that a friend gave me, and I would love to get more. I actually think I like the Omni hooks better than I like the furls because they're long. They're a little bit longer in the neck area, and it makes it easier for me to crochet with. So, okay, let's move on. Those are the common brain strain injuries. Okay, like I said, I'm going to show self-massage for one area every week. Self-massage. Today I'm doing self-massage. I'm going to start with migraines, and then I'm going to cover headaches. And I wrote everything down, like all the different areas for on the migraine. I did not write them all down for regular headaches. Honestly, my favorite part of giving a massage was giving a head massage and working the areas, and all the areas that I would work are good for migraines. Okay, I wanted to make sure I have these all separated. So I don't even think I need to look at this. Now, I do want to tell you this for migraines. What we'll be doing is more of a pressure point massage and not, you know, a touchy-feely doing circles around, long, soft strokes, because in order to do migraines and to get these areas softened, you have to use pressure. And the best time to do these is when you feel your trigger, when you feel the migraine coming on. I have done them because I get migraines all the time myself. I have done mine when I'm in a full-blown migraine, but I don't do all these things. And all these things will not work for everybody. So what you do is you find the things that work for you, and they won't get rid of a migraine. They can help make you feel a little better. And especially if you get it when you feel it first coming on, if you can loosen some of the areas that are tight, then it's going to help you in the long run. It may actually help so that you don't get a full-blown migraine. It may give you just a tension headache. It may just give you a small migraine. I know people don't understand. They think migraines are migraines, but there are so many different kinds of headaches, and there are different kinds of migraines. And once you have a different migraine from what you may experience all the time, you'll be like, oh, that's what they're talking about when they say different types. I know I get different types of migraines. It depends on if it's being brought on by sounds, if it's being brought on by light, if it's being brought on by being stressed, if it's being brought on by my chronic pancreatitis flaring. I have all these different triggers for my migraines, and they all feel different. Plus, I have had a concussion headache slash migraine, which is 10 times worse than a regular migraine. Those are terrible. And if you get one, if you ever get one, you will definitely know the difference. Now, I'm moving up to the edge here because what you want to do when you're giving self massage is sit in a place where you can set up and you have some room to move. Now, I would suggest doing some of the stretches that I told you about. I know the person that I watched who did these, she's at the end, she's like, stretch out. And that's a good thing to do too, because you're using your arms and you're putting them up. And for people like me who have neck issues and that hurts and it's hard to do. So that's why I'm saying stretch out at the beginning, and you can do some stretches at the end too. Now, another stretch I didn't give you the other day is this one. This is a good one. When some people push up from the elbow, and that loosens up through your delts and back through your traps. Gets those shoulder muscles and moves your scapula. Now, I like to reach under and pull up, and I think that has to do because of how tight I am, that just to move up a little bit on my elbow doesn't do much. This doesn't hurt me, but it helps me move my hand up. So before I do self massage, I usually tend to do these, and then I do give myself a nice big hug, and then now, as far as doing for migraines, I want to make sure, yeah, you want to make sure, especially when you start all of your sessions, take a nice deep breath. I have a condition right now, it's called costochondritis, so I can't take a huge deep breath because it hurts really bad. But I'm going to hold myself like this because if I press something against my chest, I can take a deeper breath. So take a nice deep breath in and then out, in and out. And if you have a Fitbit like I do, you can turn it on. If you have this, if you've charged it, mine has lost its charge. I checked it earlier when I wanted to tape and it was completely charged, and now it is. There is I can't remember what it's called. There's a program on here that will help you when you need to breathe and take a deep breath, and it will time for you to breathe in, and then it will time for you to breathe out. I suggest if you have one, use it, because being guided can help you so much more than you think. You can think, oh, on my own, I'm breathing in, I'm getting that deep breath, I'm counting. And if you're actually counting in your head or out loud, that's good. But if you don't count, you're not going to hold it for as long as you should, and you're not going to get that great, amazing feeling that comes with taking a nice, deep, cleansing breath. And even for me, I'm a huge proponent. I believe in deep breaths, and I taught all of my clients to take deep breaths, especially if I was working on an area that was very painful. If I was working on a trigger point, I was like, take a nice, deep breath as I was pressing on them, because that does help take away the pain. I'm not sure exactly why, but well, yes. I mean, I did learn those kind of things in massage school too. When you're taking in that deep breath, you're taking in all that oxygen, and then that oxygen can go to the muscles and help with the pain. So yeah, I mean, technically I do know why, but then again, it's like, does that really and truly work is the question. Okay, I can turn this on now, and it's called Relax. It has a heart. Oops. It has a heart here. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare, and it says Relax. And if you click on that and you hit on the arrow, it says begin a 2-minute breathing session, and it will help you with your breathing in and breathing out. You have to watch it and, watch it says be still, take slow, deep breaths. Now follow the circle. If you follow the circle, it will get bigger as you take your as you inhale, and it tells you to inhale, then it tells you to exhale, and the circle goes down. Inhale and exhale. So great, great exercise that you can do. I was very glad the first day that I pressed on that, and I was like, oh, this is so nice. There's an app that you can put on your phone too. While I'm thinking about it, I think I still have it on here. Oh, actually, no, I got rid of it because I hadn't been using it anymore. I didn't need it anymore when I was having massive migraines all the time. I was using this. I mean, I still get, I'm going to have a lot of migraines here within the next month because of the seasons changing. That's another thing that can cause people to have migraines, and nothing I can do helps it. No, not the breathing exercises. A little bit of massage does help, but otherwise, not much helps it. So I just got rid of it on here. It was taking it. I had to. That's why I did. I had to back up my phone, and I had to get rid of something, and I meant to put it back on, and then I forgot to. So I'll try to remember to put it back on and then tell you guys about it next time. I'm already using up a lot of time, and I want to get going here. So after you do some stretches, you want to sit up straight, like I said. You want to feel like you got that string pulling you from the top of your head. And then one of the first things that I like to do, okay, I have this in order here. I want to make a reminder on this. When you do any of these, if it's painful, ease up. You want to have a little discomfort, but you don't want it to have pain. Um, there's a term that I would use giving massage. It's called a good pain. And a good pain is one where you know that as you're feeling it, the muscle is going to release. And when you first start doing this, you may not know what a good pain is, but I basically told people that if it's not a burning, sharp pain, then it can usually be a good pain. If it's something that's really achy and it screams at you, back off. If it's something that is just, you can feel that it's the muscle and it's just the pain in the muscle, and as you hold on to it, you can start to feel it melt. You want to hold on to that. Okay. So the first place is the inner ridge of your upper eyebrows. I like to start here, and you want to pinch and hold it. Put your thumbs down here. Actually, the first things you want to do is take your thumbs and pull them up into that ridge and hold it. Count to 5 in your head quietly. Another good thing to do while you're doing this is put some nice relaxing music on. My favorite album is by a group called 2002, and it has to do with the sea. And then you can pull it out, and you want to do this 2 to 3 times. You hold on. You want to make sure that thumb is getting up under that ridge and just pressing there. Nice breaths. And like right now, I can feel, because I have a slight migraine, I can feel the pain getting bigger and bigger because it is about to feel like it's melting away some. And then to smooth it out, I bring my finger all the way out and around, and I pull it down. And then I take my fingertips here and I go up and around my eyebrows, and I pull it. Now this is something separate that I'm going to do. once you learn the different areas, you can go from one smoothie into the next. But I want to make sure that I get everything in that I was talking about. Actually, because as I was doing this, I was just writing everything. I'll make sure that I do everything, but I want to do it in a motion that's smooth. So you can go from having your thumb up here and going out over that ridge and around, and then come up. Take your fingers over, like I said, smooth that out, and come up into your temples right here and hold it. Hang out, make some circles. Gently circle, hang out, go around, make some circles around. Loosen that up. Just move that skin. And if you move the skin, that's called myofascial release. You can get that fascia that might be stuck to move. Smooth. Smooth out, fingers up, over, and around, and smooth out the forehead. You can also hold up here a little bit because some people get their migraines up here. Out and around, up and around. Smooth that out. Now, another place on your eyebrows is to take, like I was doing earlier. And I'm like going like this right now, and it won't work if you're doing that. You need to pinch right here. Hold on. Deep. This one is going to be one that hurts probably close to the most out of all of these. Hold on. And you'll eventually start to feel that pain going. There we go. And then gently pinch down. And then take your fingers and smooth it. And do it at least 3 times. But smooth that out in between each time with your fingers. The next spot we want to go into is right up here. And the spot here right under the sinuses. You feel that? You can feel your cheekbone come down and around. You want to get up right in here. Actually, you want to come up here, hang out in here for a little bit. That's the first spot. You see that? Right in here. Remember, I'm sick right now, and my sinuses are one of the things that are bothering me. That's why I'm on antibiotics. I can't press as hard as I would like to, but I can feel that releasing from me too, so that's a good thing. And then you can take and smooth that out. But you need to come down here and get up underneath your cheekbones a little bit. Just hang out there. You can also try and get your thumbs up right there, whichever feels more comfortable. And when you're up here, you could also put your thumbs like right here and press in. Again, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And you want to get in right there. Down. You don't want to be at the top all the time. You can start out here. I would go down and start up the ridge. Hold it there. Then come down and hold it there for a little bit. And then come down and hold it there. Now, everybody that I watched just had you hold it in the one spot. One of the things that we were taught for massage is you always do the areas above and below. And when you're working on these small areas here, you want to get all of them. You don't just want to get one. Here. It's easier if you just take the three. My fingers are up under my cheekbones, and you probably can't see that because I've got big cheeks, but I'm hanging out underneath the cheekbones. Now, I can't push in too far because I've got nails, and that will hurt. You do not want to push with your nails. You want to push with your finger pads. Okay, push up in there. Take, and then some small circles. Like that. I'm incorporating both right now, the migraine and the regular headache massage. I'm sorry, I can't help it but incorporate both. Now you can go and watch other people on here if you want, look them up and they will show you just one or the other. When in my massage class, we were taught how to smooth everything out and to make yourself feel better. Whether it's giving a massage to somebody else, you always smooth your actions out in the end. So when you're giving it to yourself, you want to smooth it out too because that makes you feel better. So if you're having a migraine, you don't just want to press in and then, release and then move on to somewhere else because that's going to hurt. It's not going to be, extremely painful. That is going to hurt. And if you stretch it out, loosen it out, do circular motions, smooth it out, which is the term that we use in massage, smooth those muscles out, it's going to feel much better. Headache massage is doing a lot of smoothing out. Migraine is getting the areas so that you can release the pressure. But again, it's easier to release the pressure if you have smoothed your muscles out so that you can get in there. So if the first time you come up here and you're holding up here, and if you go down a little farther and then down a little farther, make sure not to poke yourself in the eye, and you smooth that out. First of all, you're going to find other areas that hurt under there, which is why we were under here. But you're going to smooth it out so that the next time you come in here, you can get in a little farther. And every time you smooth it out and come back, you can get in even farther. Okay? So we've done here, we've done here, we've done the temples, we've gone up. And I'm sorry, my brain right now cannot remember the frontalis. We've done the frontals, we've done the temporals, and we've gone up into the frontalis area. Now, I just want to read to make sure I haven't missed something. Inner ridge, upper eyebrows. Apply pressure with thumbs. Yes. And we did this. It was like the first one that I did. So inner ridge, pinch right under the brow, pull away. We did that. Press inward and outward in the upper ridge of the nose. Inward and outward. So in and out, which that's where she says to hang out right there. But as I showed you, if you come up with your thumbs here, you go up and down and down and down. And yes, you can, when you're smoothing out, maybe try to go up in right there. But that hurts. I'm trying to get you to loosen this area around here and not just go into that one spot that really, really hurts. You can, after you've smoothed it and you've done the going down like this, you can come and go in and under. Which I watched, she did it with her thumb. She took and she went up. It held it right here. I'm having a hard time showing you that tonight though, because like I said, I'm having signage issues, so that hurts. Press and make circles and temples. We did that with 3 fingers. When you're up in the temple area and up here, you want to use 3 fingers. Get nice, even pressure. And I say don't just do the temples, but go up along your hairline because it feels wonderful for one thing. And it releases a lot of tension. Go all the way up and into the frontalis here. And you can hold out here because that's also another point right there, which I've already shown once, but I wanted to show it again. You can hang out right there and then keep going up, smooth it down, and then circle the temples again. Nice, slow. I'm having a hard time going slow tonight. You have to forgive me for that, probably because I keep looking at the time. I didn't want to do a really long video again, but this one is long, and hopefully you get a lot out of it and smooth out. Sinus area 3, more down to the face. Also press at cheeks and I showed you going up under here in the cheeks. It's pressing up in the cheeks. You can also do a pinch here if you want to, and come and pinch out here and pinch down here. Pinch, pinch, and pinch. And then take those fingers and press in and in and in. And then circle, 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 circle. And I come out and always smooth out down and around. And another thing you can do, which the people I watched didn't show, but they did when it came to regular headaches, is come up and go down your jawline. Because I'm sorry, but I have had issues with TMJ before, and I have to release this. And you can, like, I'm pressing right here underneath my ear. You see that right here underneath the ear? And oh, I feel that. That is a point on me. Now, you know you've hit a trigger point. If you feel referral pain, say you press here and you feel it go up in your head. I just felt that. So I know I'm hitting a trigger point. It needs work. You cannot truly get rid of a trigger point on your own, but you can help loosen the area up. And I'm pinching down, 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 down. For me, all of this is important for a migraine. All of it. Now, the next place you want to go and hang out is called the occipitals, and that's back here. I'm going to try here so you can see. I am going to be putting my fingers up along this ridge here in the back at the base of the skull. I'm sure you guys have all felt pain here. Oh, that's my spot right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can see this. With my hair right here. I'm going to do that on both sides. 2 fingers is easier when you're dealing with your occipitals. Just press in and hang out. When I said that pinching on your eyebrows was one of the most painful spots that you'll do, the occipitals is probably the most painful spot. This gets tight. It's around the area where your spinal cord goes up into your skull, and so your veins go in and out. It's the place where I've told you guys before to use cold on to help if you have a migraine or a headache, because cold will help reduce the inflammation, and a headache and migraines are caused by inflammation. Oh, see, and if you keep holding on that, you're going to eventually feel it melt like butter. And I'm feeling mine melt. Now, another thing you can do, feel that you can't get in there deep enough because you're trying to get up underneath that skull the best you can, is roll your head forward. Get it in there. And that will help loosen it too. And then back, over, over. Hold that. Make some circles around to help loosen that up. Nice, gentle circles. And then I just hit the next spot that feels really, really good. Let's see. Now, when you're applying this pressure back here, another good thing to do, like I told you everything else, especially like I said, I taught my clients when I'm hitting spots, it's very painful. When you hit that spot, take a deep breath in and let it out. In and out. And maybe if you can, while you're taking the breaths, hit back. As you're going in, head forward. As you go out, in, or air in, head back. Air. Again, massage around. And as you're coming around, you're going to feel right here underneath your ear. That's going to be tight too. Hang out there. And make sure you take a deep breath here. Oof. Especially if you have something going on like I do right now. I didn't think my ears were bothering me until I just now pressed right here. Underneath in this area are your tubes where everything drains. So you don't want to press too hard. Light pressure, you're going to feel it. And around. You can pull this down into your neck area. Go up. One side. And then the other. Already showed you how to rock your head back and forth while you're back there. That's where she ended. Well, the couple of them that I watched, not just one, ended on theirs. But as I said, I'm showing you more because I think you need to have more than just the basic areas. I think doing a headache and a migraine massage together is going to help with migraines because it's helping to loosen up more areas. I have found that it has helped. So we've already circled over here. That's one of the things that you should do for a headache. Over here is another. Do more than just pressing the areas that I just showed you. Smooth everything out. Nice circles. If you have one, take a jade roller stone. Those are great for migraines because they're nice and cool. Roll it over your forehead. Think of the areas you would roll that roller and put your fingers over them and smooth it out. Just feel it, smooth it. It is so comforting. So comforting. Now everybody else showed this first. But I like to leave this for last. Actually, I'm not going to show you yet because I want to show you something else. I want you to work on your SCM muscle. Now with me, you're not going to see it as much. It's not as pronounced because I've got a lot of loose skin here. I'm losing weight. But if you put your head towards your shoulder, which is hard for me, there's a muscle that pops out right here. It's called your SCM. And it comes up behind your ear here. Take your finger. We call this the money grab, like you're going to pinch and grab onto money to hold on to it. Pinch and hold. This is a muscle that gets really, really tight because it helps hold your head up. Pinch and hold. Pinch and hold. And after you do this side, smooth it out. Do circles, whatever feels good. You're going to come over here, do the same thing, find it, pinch and pinch and hold. Pinch and hold. Now I'm going fast. You want to do this a lot slower. And then again, smooth it out. Come on. Now there's another area that you can do. And that we kind of got when we were working back here. But as you move your head, you can feel there's another muscle right back here. And you can do the same thing. Pinch and hold. It's just you're not doing this one. You're using your fingers now. And pinch and hold that all the way down. And this top that I'm wearing may not be the best one now that I think about it for this, but I want to show you. We talked about the traps and when we did stretches and doing the door stretches. And then earlier when I did this will help with some of that. Now, you want to massage those the best you can. The best way is to use your opposite arm to go up. I'm going up under, but I can move this so you can see I've got a top on underneath here. Go back here and just pull up. All I can do is pull up on my muscles because of my issues that I have. And oh, wow. Ooh. And hang out like that, pulling up like that. Some of you may be able to pinch it. If you can pinch it, pinch it. I can't pinch mine as well. But all I have to do is sink my fingers down into the top and I feel it. So some of you, that's all you're going to have to do is hold on to it and feel your fingers go up and I'm moving it over. See, I started it here and then I gently move over and over, over. Smooth that out. Smooth it out. Do circles, smooth it out. There, around to the front. There. And come over and you're going to do the same over here. Grab it. Pinch it. Now this side I'm able to pinch because I can move this arm better and I don't have to hold it back with this one like I was doing before. And this is why I'm saying those stretches at the beginning for your arms are going to help you do these. So you don't just want to do stretches at the end to make them feel better. You want to do stretches at the beginning so you can actually do the actions. And smooth that out. Oh, that feels. That's a good hurt because I felt the good hurt and I can actually stretch more than I could earlier. My arms. I'm trying to see. I still have that click, but it's not as prominent to where I think you guys are going to hear it now when I move my shoulder back. Actually, I didn't hear it at all that time. Okay, so that's that. Now you can also come down front here. You know where your clavicle area, I went down too far. Up here, your clavicle area. But you know what? I'm going to be doing neck and shoulders. See, I have a hard time associating the different areas. I will watch some videos before the next time. I will show you more. This is actually part of the neck and shoulders, which I'm not going to do next time. I forgot because I'm going to do hands self massage. But the one thing that we have not done, we have touched on some of it up here, but take and pinch up here. Actually, I may have showed you this already. And come down your whole jaw line. I know, okay, yeah, I did that. But the other thing that you can do, and they did not show this, open your mouth wide and do circles. I know you think that you look weird. You don't look weird. You're taking care of yourself. Now, as your mouth is open, feel for where your jaw connects up your skull. Sink your fingers in there. Now that hurts. Like I told you, I've had issues with TMJ in the past, and this area that I'm sinking into is those tight muscles that cause that, some of the tight muscles that cause the TMJ to happen, and for your teeth to grind at night. I had somebody who had TMJ come in and get on my table when I was working in the. Now I'm really working this out because that hurt. So I'm moving my head along with my hand, and that helps me get a really good circle going on there and really work that out. But I had somebody come in on my table and he told me he had TMJ, and his mouth clicked, and it had been clicking for years, and the doctors, nobody could get it to stop clicking. So I gave him a full body massage because that's what he was there for. I always start with them on their stomach. I start with the back. And I end with people on their back facing up so I can give them the last thing I do is a good head and neck. I do use hand sanitizer because I have worked on feet in different areas. As soon as I'm done with the feet, I sanitize my hands. And then as soon as I'm done with the other part of the body too, I sanitize my hands before working on the face. Especially for people like me who have oily skin, I don't want to add more oil than what it needs, just a little bit fresh, but not what's come from all over the body. So I worked on him. I worked those areas which you yourself cannot get them. You can get them to release a little bit, but you cannot get them to totally release. Somebody else has to do that. Our bodies will only let us feel so much pain before it makes us stop. So we cannot get rid of our own trigger points. I worked on those areas. I held them. I had him open up his jaw. I pressed in. He was like, ow, that hurts. I did one side, and then I did the other, and then I did the back, and then I did the other. I did it a total of 3 times. When he got up and got dressed while I was sitting outside, my mouth is not clicking. In years, my mouth is not clicking. So massage can do wonders. So that's pretty much all of it for your head, for regular headaches, for migraines. Migraines, you want to do more of the pressure point areas, but as I said, smoothing out feels wonderful, so you want to make sure that you smooth everything out. when you're done. And then you want to stretch again. You want to reach, you want to stretch because you just use your arms. They do a lot of work. You want to shake them out. You want to shake your hands. Shake them out and your arms. Now, a couple more points to make for you guys is, like I said, you can use cold works. I'm trying to see where I just finished. Okay, when finished, you want to take some deep, long breaths too. I always forget to tell you that. I do it, but when you're done, just take some deep breaths. You may feel dizzy. Taking deep breaths will help center yourself and bring you back. You want to drink a 6 to 8 ounce glass of water because you've released toxins. Anytime you have a massage, you want to drink water. If you've had a full body, you want to do at least a 16 to 20 ounce because you're releasing toxins. And if you don't, you can end up with a headache or a migraine because you left those toxins in your body. And that's how your body responds, is by your head hurting because you're dehydrated. You're not as hydrated as it wants you to be by using that water to help get the toxins out. Some other things you can do after the massage or before is you can also apply some ice wrapped in a towel to the back of your neck at that occipital area. Like I said, all headaches are caused by your veins increasing in size. Actually, compressing. I'm sorry. Compressing in size. I knew I was doing it backwards. And when they compress, if you add heat to it, it makes them compress more. If you add ice, it helps it give up that compression and come back to normal size. But again, like I told you last time, if ice doesn't work, you can try heat, but heat in the occipital area usually makes it worse. For me, it does, I know. Everybody is different. So if ice doesn't work for you, try heat. Heat doesn't work for me, so I use ice. But I know other people that heat does work. So you can try the heat, or you can try the two together and do what I told you in the last video, which I will put a tag up here for it. I'm not going to tell you about it all again because we're at an hour already, and I thought this one was going to be shorter. Wow. You can also, oh, I meant to have this out here. I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to go get it so I can show it to you. Okay, I am back. You can get one of these long tubes that can either be put in the microwave or kept. You put it in a Ziploc bag. A freezer bag is the best because it's heavy duty. Keep it in your freezer so it stays cold. Put it back here and so it hits that occipital area, and that will help bring down the temperature, and it will help open up those veins and arteries that have constricted and help so you don't have a pounding headache anymore. It won't get rid of a migraine, but it will help you feel better. I've had this for years. I think I've had it since my daughter was a baby. Yeah, I think so. I know I had it before I started massage school. I got mine at Walgreens. I've seen them at Meijer. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them all over. They're in a box in health and beauty, somewhere around in there. If you can't find it, ask a pharmacist. But people make homemade ones. I also have this here, which is a rice bag that my aunt made, my step aunt made. Actually, no. This one my friend made because she made these to sell them when she couldn't work anymore. She's got Eller's, I can't say the whole syndrome, but this has rice in these compartments. So this can go in the microwave and be heated, or it can be frozen as well. Since I have this one in the freezer, I leave this one out in case we would need to put it in the microwave to heat it up and use it that way, which I have needed for some medical issues that I have from my back. Hey, stop that. Sorry, a little bit came out and she wants to play. And then again, like I said, you can use the jade rollers and use them over your face. And then they also have the jade scrapers, but that's for a more of a beauty thing. The rollers can help with the migraine. You can also use, for people who know about using hot rocks, you can also use cold stones on your face. And you can also use the cooling eye masks. I have some of those and I keep forgetting to use them. I have like cucumber masks for my eyes and I just keep forgetting to use them. So with that, I'm going to let you go because we're at an hour and 5 minutes. Please remember, you matter. That's one reason why I'm doing this series, because you matter and I want you to learn how to take care of yourself. And if you have any questions about the things that I did for headaches and migraines, let me know. Write it down below. Because if you didn't understand something, if you didn't understand the positioning, I can always work with you one-on-one. I can write as much as I can. Maybe after I do a couple of these, and if people have questions on positioning and different things, I can come on and do a Q&A. So if you have questions, please put them down below. And at some point, I will get on here and answer them unless you would like me to go one-on-one with you. And I will do that too, because I love you guys. And I want you to feel better. So remember, you matter. Remember, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. I love every one of you. And I will see you later. Have a great night. And I hope this helps you. And you can do these to loosen up your muscles without having a migraine. And if you've been sick like I have, if you do these around your face, you can help loosen up your sinuses. But you can expect to feel a little bit sicker after you've done any type of self-massage or regular massage, because it helps push that sickness through your system. You don't stay sick as long. You just get sicker harder. If you've had a massage, a lot of people, as soon as they know they're getting sick, like to get in to get a massage before the massage therapist can even tell that they're sick, so that it helps push it through. I had somebody on my table who had no idea she had the flu. The flu had been going around at the gym where I was working, and all of the instructors were getting it. They were giving it to each other. And she had come in for her massage. She was an instructor, and she was like, "Oh, I've been so lucky. I haven't gotten the flu like everybody else. I'm saying my prayers. I've been doing everything I need to do. I've been keeping myself healthy. I've been drinking my, she'd been doing the vitamin C stuff, drop things that you can put in the water." And she's like, I've been so lucky that I didn't get it. I didn't see her for a couple days after that. When I saw her, she said, "You know what?" She said, "I was sick with the flu and didn't know it. You gave me that massage. And when I walked out of the room," see, because we were in the basement of the gym and she had to go up the steps to go pay. She said, "Before I even got to the counter to pay, I was getting dizzy and I was feeling sick." She said, "By the time I got out to my car, I felt like I was going to get sick." And she said, "By the time I got home, I had to lay down and get in bed." She said, "It hit me that hard and that fast." And I explained to her why that massage speeds up your blood. It speeds up your cardiovascular system. It makes the blood go through quicker. So, and that's how it spreads it through your body faster. And that's why she had those issues. So, yeah, I know firsthand that if you give somebody a massage, and even if they don't know that they're getting sick with the flu, it can push it through like really, really quick. And they know very quickly that they're getting it. So, but again, you can do these massages just for preventative self help. And hopefully you don't get the headaches and stuff. But if you do, you've already been doing them, you know what to do, and you're going to know the difference and where to press if you feel it. If you press and you feel soreness, that means you need to hold out there and just hold there until finally you feel it start to melt. And you know those differences if you've been doing it as self care all along. So, or if you don't do self care, go and get a massage. I know. Kettle, calling the kettle black. I have not gone to get one, but I want to. I just can't afford it. So get a massage. Find a good massage therapist. There, just like everything else, there's good ones and there's bad ones. And if you find a bad one who doesn't know what they're doing and does not put up on pressure, if you tell them that something hurts, you need to never go back. You need somebody who's going to listen to you. And if you say that it hurts too much, that they take back on their pressure. Now, if they realize that it's not a bad hurt that you're feeling, they may, try to let them go in a little bit deeper again, or they're going to smooth out the area, like I said, get you all warmed up. Because once you get the blood flowing and get everything warmed up, you can go in a little deeper, and the person's not going to feel it as much. So, all the tricks of the trade, you're learning some of them here with me. Now, I've already said you matter now. I need to go. I need to get out of here. Hour and 11 minutes. I did not mean to go this long, but I'm not really going to apologize because I'm showing you self help stuff. And I wanted to show you everything. I didn't want to just show you parts when I knew that you needed to see everything, how to smooth it out. And you're going to feel 10 times better if you smooth it out than if you just go from point to point to point. I love you guys.